is it.
Do it that way. You know what I mean? So it's a process.
This is how it all starts.
101.
Podcast 101.
Cheers.
Podcast 101.
Cheers to the
everyone.
studio audience.
Cheers.
This is big. We made it.
We told you
One
we'd start
episode
with the
after
bang.
100.
You didn't believe us. You thought it was
No
all
one
talk.
believed us. No one ever believes us.
You know,
really. That's including our wives.
We're in a magazine in Toronto. Then we come back. We got a dare I say, a fan base. Don't interrupt. We know. Just go with the boys.
Just pretend you're here for us. Yeah, exactly.
It's big things.
It's big.
Jeff's still here.
Jeff's still here.
Thank God.
The checks are clearing.
The checks are clear. The ATM is still giving out cash.
I like it.
Good. We're doing good.
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Just
What?
same old. I had to be a dad today.
Oh, really?
I had to be a dad.
Wow.
At first I was saying I had to babysit, and then you pointed out and said, "Well, you're the father.
That's right.
Don't you
You're
call
parenting.
that parenting?"
That's right.
Yeah, so I had to take a day off.
I've been corrected a few times now.
Tamara's parents, they're out of town.
Right.
My mom's back.
Yeah.
But then it was a conflicting schedule.
Right.
Then it came down to, let's face it, Tamara makes the money,
Yeah, she makes.
right? So I got to stay home.
You're like the trophy wife or trophy husband, I suppose.
That's exactly it.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, real house husbands of Calgary.
You know what? Why haven't they started that yet?
Right? Again. All right, there we go. They're going to
Marketing.
steal it
There
from
is.
us.
We do it constantly. Listen, episode
Why don't we
100.
let marketing Matt take?
Oh, well,
right.
big surprise.
that's,
Marketing
empty
Matt,
chair.
not here.
I could sit here and say nerdy shit. What?
No, that wouldn't be you. That wouldn't be you. We need your Yoda-isms and your Jeff-isms and all that. No,
Jeff
for
would
sure.
actually have Tinder success. That's the big difference. That's it. We have
hilarious.
real stories.
Well,
That's-
that's-
I'm just settling into my new house, and so this week it's unpacking. Next week it's Tinder.
yes.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what, Jeff? I got
There
here
we go.
late again, and you know what? We'll discuss this after.
I moved without my girlfriend.
Fair enough, fair enough.
She was.
Dimitri, you want to put bets on this one?
So
or
you're
what?
Han Solo.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
Waving my big lightsaber.
So I'm gonna say over under
Yeah.
is at 3.5 weeks.
That's what
a
That's a great
conservative
bet. That's a great bet.
3.5
Yeah,
weeks.
you know what? I'll go under on that one.
I'm
I'll
taking
take the under.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take the over.
Sorry, Jeff.
3.5 weeks evens a push. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
I deserve to be ribbed about this, and if you didn't, I'd wonder if you were my friend.
Now, if you want the prop bets is, does she move back in with Jeff or does Jeff go back in with her? We don't know.
We don't know.
That's the prop.
We'll never
That's
know.
where the odds are.
That's right.
Oh no, that's an easy answer. Like, yeah,
She comes back.
She won't have anywhere to be really.
Ah, okay, there you go.
We could make this whole podcast. You know, we should do a
So, Jeff,
second
anytime you
podcast
have
just based
insider
on this.
information, just tell Mitch and I.
Men advice.
Yeah, we don't need
I like
Yeah.
this. I like
Man
it.
Vice.
Man Vice. Is that a thing? I bet you
It is
something's
now.
like that.
There's
Write
a
that down.
podcast
I'll
in
write
there
that down.
somewhere.
Man,
real house husbands and man vice.
I got it.
There
Got
you
it.
go.
Done. I got it. Listen, we got a lot of text, emails, and we want to say thank you to the roster for
That's right.
wishing us well on the 100th episode. So thank you again. It's been awesome. I didn't think you guys liked us that much, but thank you.
We have a base. We have a fan base.
We have a fan-
All 9 of you.
Oh, yeah.
Unreal. No.
I counted 11, but 2 were from my mom and dad. So yes, nine strong. Exactly.
No, thank you very much, you guys. We're happy to kick it off, episode 101, as Mitch said. And it's going to be a great thing. But why don't we tell them what's going on? We got people in the studio.
Yeah. Why don't you introduce everyone?
Why don't you introduce
Why don't
everyone?
I introduce?
Yeah,
you
you
know
do
I'm
it.
bad with the names.
Exactly. That's why I want you to do
I'm
it.
just joking. You know what we got here? We have maybe the next biggest podcast coming through. These guys wanted to come in. I don't want to get
right.
everyone excited for no reason. So, got Jimmy E, who's a very close personal friend of mine. Even came to Greece. That's how close this guy is to me.
Jimmy
this guy
came
made
to
it
Greece.
where you didn't make the efforts. Jimmy E
I
made the
didn't
efforts.
make the effort. Someone had to stay behind.
Well, fair enough.
I had to do
Respect.
episodes
Jimmy
50
E
to
made the
54.
efforts, came over, watched me get married,
never got to
had some
go to
great
Greece
footage
either.
with his beautiful wife Monique. We got Murray, Bryce, right? I got it right? Okay, Bryce, but Murray. Yeah, but I apologize. I told you I'm bad with names, guys.
Yeah, that's
I told
fine.
you.
See,
but these guys are here.
Yeah.
They wanted to check out and see a potential new podcast maybe coming towards you guys. So,
Well, guys, you're not going to get much intellect out of this one, but No, hey, keep us posted because we you know us. We're plug machines. We're going
here.
to talk about it. And you guys want to do movies?
Yeah.
It's going to be a movie. So I got to ask, is it like indie movies or all movies?
Yes. All.
Oh,
everything.
I like this.
Nothing. So I saw Terminator: Dark Fate. There's one.
Oh, you want to start it up?
Yeah. Okay. There we go. We
There
got a
you go.
micro. Okay. So say it again. It's going to be all movies.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Good. Now we got it.
All
official.
types. There it is.
There it is.
That's how big it
Every
is.
type.
It's going to be a
Well,
lot of
even-
the seedy underbelly of Calgary film. What happens?
Yes.
Behind the nooks and crannies, behind the curtain.
Okay, I like it.
yeah,
See, there we
see.
go. So, saying I saw the new Terminator movie, Dark Fate. Did any of you guys see it? Anyone see it yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so I gotta say, I liked it.
Really?
I like the movies.
Let me
Look,
guess.
I like Terminator 1, 2.
Yeah.
That's kind of it for me. I don't know.
Yeah,
they got
and
a
then
little washed
Hamilton
off.
Cameron are back, man.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
like
And they did it great. I'm telling you, the first 5 minutes, you're like, son of a what? That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
That's all I say. That's all I got to
See,
say.
this is good that you don't do podcasts for movies because you'd be giving away and people would be upset. So
I would
prefer
yeah.
this
And
is-
then at the very end, when like Arnold dies, or sorry, I don't actually know if that happens. So
Could you imagine, like,
Spoiler alert.
spoiler alert.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was a-
maybe
it
he
was a really
dies.
good one.
I don't know.
But I gotta tell you, so I go to the theater, and you know me. You know I'm having baptism issues. There's one. You know how many envelopes I've. Hold on, Mitch. This is a thing right now.
Right.
So I'm like, I haven't seen the movie out in the theater for. I think it's been since the Last Jedi.
Sure.
Okay, what is that? Like 2 years now.
Let's
Okay,
go
so
with
listen to this. I'm like, you know what, I'm taking you out. You know, it's on the house.
Right.
I'm gonna get the D-box seats. I figure Terminator, high budget movie. I'm gonna get the D-box seats. That's the ones that vibrates. Domina doesn't have to use her equipment. She can get it at the theater now.
Right, yeah.
So
Makes
I
sense.
said, hey,
Makes sense.
I'm winning every time.
Yeah.
It's $50.
How
for
much?
2 people.
$50.
Then I get to the concession stand. You want to rant? Move over, Flacco. I got 2 popcorns, medium,
Right.
2 bottles of water and a Twizzlers, $32. I don't care about the scene points. Man, I got to tell you, that was an $80 night. You know what? How do kids date?
They don't.
How do 16, 17-year-olds date?
That's what it's
if they
called.
get, that's all they got.
Jeff said it earlier,
And I didn't
Tinder.
even
That's it.
touch the arcade.
Yeah.
Imagine if I had to do tokens in the arcade. It'd be crazy.
$100
That's
night.
$100.
Here's how you
can't
gotta
make
do it.
that.
I gotta throw you a bone here. You go to Costco. They got the cheap tickets.
Yeah.
It's $29. You get your popcorn. You get the 2 seats. You get the upgrade. Maybe a Mickey, a rum. You're still only at $60.
Yeah, so
There it is.
idiot over here.
There it is.
The
See?
same thing on Monday. I get
Jeff
to
is-
work. I'm ranting. They're like, idiot, why don't you go to Costco?
There
That's
it is.
why we need movie podcasts.
That's why.
That's
Exactly.
So you guys say, hey. Okay. Anyways,
Listen,
I'm done.
speaking of the $80, you know what's funny? Because I brought this up, and usually I don't like to bring up money too much, but this weekend I almost caught myself doing it. You know how I am on pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I get. UFC, they were promoting the crap out of this Baddest Mofo, right? Like this,
That's right.
the big fight
That was
that was
a
going
pretty
to
good
happen.
fight.
It was good? You watched it?
Yeah, I
Did you go
watched
to a bar or did you
No, I
got yourself?
went to a buddy's.
You got with your buddies.
Yeah.
So I was about to pay for it. And you know what ruined it for me? I said to myself, $80 to watch The Rock promote this? I can't watch it when The Rock is the baddest motherfucker. I can't do it. I can't do it. So later on, we're going to talk about this more in
They
depth.
gave it to The Rock.
But they
right?
said that The Rock is the baddest mofo. And to me, you lost me there.
I mean, at the
you
end of
lost
it,
me there.
Even then, you got to go minimum Stone Cold or Brock Lesnar.
Well, this is what
That's
I'm
what I'm
talking
saying.
about.
Like, if you
Don't
can
get
do
me wrong.
anybody.
I love The Rock. Rock revolutionized wrestling.
You know how we
with
feel about The
microphone.
Rock on the spot.
Imagine MMC or whatever with Arnold.
See,
The fucking Terminator.
You're gonna see it
Excuse my
later.
French, but like,
wait for it.
holy shit, right?
I think everyone's seeing what's going on. I think that's what's going on here.
Because
You see
he's
what
the
I'm saying?
baddest mofo, right?
Well, we'll see. Later on, we'll find out. And I think everyone's kind of catching on to what I'm about to do.
Okay.
Okay. And then let's quickly talk because you talk about it for a minute each week, but the World Series. Let's quickly jump on that real quick. The Washington Nationals pulled off the biggest upset maybe I've seen if in baseball regards. I don't know, 20 years. I haven't seen anything like
it was
it.
unbelievable. You know, I got to tell you what I liked about this World Series. 2 heavy hitters, right? So you get the Nationals, they come up 2 games. They say, hey, we get it, Astros. We're coming in hot. Demolish them. Then what happens? The Astros get upset. They go, well, you're going to take it from us. You don't realize a couple years ago we won this thing. and they were killing them. I think in the span of 3 games, the Nationals had only hit 5 home runs. I know there was 2 consecutive games they only had 1 run.
Right.
They got pummeled 8-1, 12-1.
Yeah, just destroyed.
I thought it was over.
Yeah, you put.
I've been saying my pick, the Astros, the whole time.
Right.
Okay, maybe whatever. Maybe it was the Yankees. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But no, I'm like, it's over. We recorded on Game 6. I go, there's no way. They're winning 4 straight. They're pummeling these people. And then they come back and they just take it.
Right.
And they took it. It was a great World Series.
It was fantastic.
I got to say, the World Series never disappoints. That is one sport where the 100,000, 42, 67 games a year don't really matter, but you get to the finals and it never disappoints.
You think?
My opinion.
You think Trump had anything to do with it?
I don't know.
There's a lot going on there.
It probably was the greatest World Series he's ever seen.
It was great.
It was the greatest, yeah.
He comes up quite a bit in this podcast as well.
He does.
He does.
He made it.
He made it.
He's the president of the United States.
He's pretty big right now.
You know what?
He's getting big there. Listen, what do we got on the itinerary today?
Well, look, we're going to do... we tried it once, and they love it. We're going to do a little dump and chase, hockey style.
That's right. We've got a little NFL.
That's right.
Yeah, it's our...
We got it.
Creme de la creme.
We got to touch on it.
It is what it is, right?
Some NBA.
NBA.
We got
a little bit.
A little bit. Just up and down the court once.
Exactly.
Just a drill. Lightning drill.
And then everyone's new favorite. It's Rapid Banter. We got to talk about that.
You know it.
And then now, look, we got the CFL Macklin Minute.
That's
we got to
right.
talk about that. And then, well, there's no more major leagues. So
There's no more.
We got a little surprise for everybody. Got a little something for you guys. Got a little something.
Because I want my minute.
That's right.
I can't see you have your minute. I want my minute too.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Yeah.
And we got a few minutes. Now you said it's Maga Malaka. This is actually one that I think I know where you're going with it, but this is one that I actually have no clue.
No.
Because I believe your wife.
That's right. She helped with this.
She helped big time.
She got very excited. She got very excited on this one. So we're going to do Maga Malaka at the very end, obviously. But I say, listen, we're already 11 minutes in. We got to go.
We got to go. Look, we got a minute over here. We got a minute over there. We got a minute over here and a minute over there. But before we do anything, we got to give a minute to, and Jeff, cue the music. That's right. When we give you the Headversity metrics of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, Headversity.com is the leader in workplace resilience. They are tackling mental health and they are tackling the stigma behind it. Look, I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to say it. I'm going to give you a metric, and that's 3-6. What the heck is 3-6? That's right.
My waist size.
That's my mental health overall score on the new Headversity app. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I got a demo. I got a tester. This app is crazy. You can get it on iTunes and Google Play. The thing's out of control. So they're going to be launching it very soon here. It's going to be open to the public. But let me tell you what it does. You go through a test and you understand your resilience level. Again, Headversity.com, you guys. It's going to be fantastic. This thing is unreal. I'll show you guys when I'm done. Really cool.
So your resilience level, is that like how much your brain can rebound?
No, that was a 0. It's the overall. There you go. Headversity.
There it is.
Download 1.
Exactly. And speaking of Headversity, Dr. Ryan Todd, big news this week.
Wow. Let me throw you a second metric.
Do it.
40.
Right.
Under 40. That's right.
right.
Congratulations. Dr. Ryan Todd, who's been on the show, who started Headversity.com, who has helped the Real Locker Room Talk Out, made the Avenue Magazine Calgary's 40 under 40 list. Congratulations to him and the team. Huge achievement.
And once again, just gracing those pages beautifully.
Yeah, he's
just a handsome guy.
That guy's got everything.
And a doctor.
He's a total package.
He really
Doctor.
is. He really is.
App.
Yeah.
He's like he's got an app.
Is there anything he
can say
can't
that?
do?
I don't know, man. I don't
I'm
know.
just saying. Now
Watch
you're
out,
all
boys.
probably,
He might do a movie podcast.
Yeah, he would love to.
He's that kind of guy.
You guys would love him. He's great.
But that's not all where we get downloads.
Oh, right.
It's not it.
What?
You'd say, what, do we need more? We got all that. We got a 40. Do we? Well, we do.
What?
And we're getting downloads from a little place called Agape Greek Radio.
That's right.
AGAPE GreekRadio.com, where you can stream Real Locker Room Talk Friday, Saturday, and Sunday anywhere in the world. I want to throw it out there. They had the fashion show that we've been talking about every week. It was a fantastic success, not because of the fashion, but because of the fact that Mitch and I were in the magazine, and the video clip, Jeff, was a success.
Huge.
Took him by storm.
Apparently, it won the crowd over.
They're begging us. Like, Mitch, Dimitri, Dimitri, we'll do a fashion show again next week. We just want you to be there. It's crazy.
I wonder if that's true. Do you think they were just being nice to us? What do you think?
No, come on. With our talent?
Yeah, that's what I was
We got
thinking
101
too.
episodes.
Who knows?
What are you talking about?
That's what I was saying too.
Beat that, George Scandalis.
But we lost. We lost again. We didn't win the podcast of the year again.
I don't want to get into the politics.
I know. I
don't
think
want
it's
to get
politics.
into the
I
politics.
agree with you. I think
you know
it's
how hard it is to give a fake congratulations? It's like, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's true. Listen, let's get into it.
Okay.
NHL. We're going to do what? Last week we did this thing just kind of off the cuff. We called it dump and chase. We throw topics out there and we just jump on them and go around and see what's going on. So let's start with a quick one. You want to go first? Or you want
Yeah,
me to
I'll go first.
Dump
I'm
and
gonna throw
chase.
it. Okay,
Let's
so
do
I'm
it.
going to dump it, you chase it. A little
Yeah,
dump and
sure.
chase.
Go
Look,
ahead.
I want to throw your way the scoring leaders right now in the NHL.
Got
And
it.
what I want to know is, out of these people, who do you think's going to win or none at all?
Got it.
So right now, number one is the Russian dessert, Pasternak.
Right.
Okay. I see. I had to change it from Croatian when my wife got upset.
Yeah,
it's a
fair
Serbian Crow. I think it's weird.
Yeah,
Anyways,
respect, I get you.
Russian dessert. So number two. So he's got 15 goals.
Okay.
Draisaitl 2 with 13 goals. Austin Matthew third, 12 goals. Ovechkin fourth, 11 goals, and tied with Ovechkin
Right.
is Edmonton's own James Neal
Yes.
with
My
11
pick.
goals. So again, Pasternak, Draisaitl, Matthews, Ovechkin, and Neal. Who's going to win the race or none at all?
You know what? I'm going to go with Draisaitl. I'm going to go with the guy that's on a team. You know, we're not big Edmonton guys here, guys. I got to be honest. But I'm going to go with the guy that he's got Connor on his side and he's got James Neal on the other side. This guy's going to be firing the goals all night. Listen, he is a talent and a half, and he's starting to show it. He's literally like the cream rises to the top. He's starting to separate himself, and he's getting up there. And I do think that this is going to be his thing. Along with Connor, he can't help himself. He's already talented. He would be a great scorer on any team. Throw the fact that, you know, you got the number one guy with you. I don't see how Draisaitl doesn't win this. How's that? Is that fair?
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on this one as well.
I got a dump and chase for you. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, Dustin Byfuglien. Big controversy. This guy has not come in. There wasn't really no idea what it is. It sounds like it's his ankle. It sounds like he doesn't have a good ankle, but it also sounds he's not very happy with the Winnipeg Jets. Does he come back or is he going to get traded?
I think he's going to get traded.
Really? To
Yeah,
who?
in my goes back to Chicago. Could you imagine one last hurrah? You know, I could see him going to weirdly enough like a Vancouver or something like that.
Yeah, fair
but then part of me says you just spent your time in Winnipeg. No offense, Jeff. I know you're from Winnipeg, but the other part of me says, man, you already got the cold of the cold. Maybe I might go to Florida. Maybe it's like I had enough. I think I think he's gone, right? For two reasons. Not just because of him, but also the way that the team is going as well. They know they got to reshuffle a little bit. And I think this is something that they can take off the books.
Yeah, you know what? He's miserable. You could just tell. Like, this guy's about to get his contract voided. Like, forget about like the fact that he doesn't even want to play. He's willing to not play. That's how much he hates it there. I don't know exactly what happened inside the dressing room. And you know what? I wish there was some sort of like show that would just show that stuff, right? Like, you know what I mean? It'd be great to see.
Just let's see
Some
the dirt.
Unscripted.
Unscripted. That'd
Yes.
be great. Can we
Yeah.
just see the behind the scenes? Can we just find out what's going on?
Just something.
But yeah, he's miserable, and I think.
How many contracts would that screw up, though?
Oh,
Really?
so many. You know what? How about this? They video it and then they show it after the fact, after it's all done, right? You know what I mean? That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, just
that'd
at
be
the end
so
of the season.
wicked.
Okay, we won the cup. They're safe. It's okay. Okay, I got a dump and chase for you.
Go ahead.
Okay. You know you can't perform without your best player on the team.
Right.
Okay, if you don't have the best guy on your team,
Right.
there is you have no chance of winning.
Yeah.
Well, that's happened to the Calgary Flames.
What happened?
Lucic, the Luch.
The Luge.
Got suspended 2 games. I mean, here's a guy that we brought in and said, hey,
Yeah.
this is what's going to do it. Not the goals.
Right.
We don't care about the goals.
We don't care about that.
Not number 5 on the goal scoring
Right.
list. But we want the Luch. Well, he got suspended.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he deserved to, but whatever. Maybe we can talk about that later. Maybe
No,
not.
we're gonna talk about it.
Can the Flames survive without their best player, the Luch?
The Flames can survive without the Luch. In fact, I think they won last night without the Luch. They had to come back from behind to win it. Listen, in all honesty, though, let's go to the bigger question.
Long term.
He got a 2-gamer for smashing some guy in the face. That, you know, kind of pitchforked the goalie at the end.
100%.
He shot it. Did he deserve the 2-game? You think?
No. Can we just play hockey?
You know what? This is the problem. I agree he shouldn't have got suspended. But hockey doesn't know what it wants. 1 minute it doesn't want fighting. Next minute it wants fighting. It doesn't want controversy. He did exactly what he was trained to do, right? Like he's old, he's a little bit older, right? So you touch the goalie, he smashes you. The guy that did that is a rookie. So the way I look at it is who's in the right and who's in the wrong here? Is it the NHL not disciplining?
Time-honored hockey tradition.
I agree, but see, that's the thing, Jeff. That time-honored stuff, it doesn't work anymore. In fact, he got a 2-game suspension, and all he didn't it wasn't horrible. It was just a smash in the face. And is he a lot bigger than the other guy? Sure, but is that good? But the reality is so he's getting suspended because he's bigger and he's got an old school mentality.
He's like 40 pounds of hunch.
He is.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
They say he's got a thing.
They do. Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah.
I know a guy that was at a golf tournament, saw him firsthand.
Yeah.
Big hunch.
Big.
That's the Luch.
Yeah. That's the Luch.
That's the Luch.
Hunch Luch.
You shouldn't be messing with Luch when he's on.
He can't be on the show anymore.
Fair enough. No, he's not going to really like you too much.
The best player
you might
on
have
the
messed up there. Yeah,
is not at our disposal.
Not at our disposal.
But the guy's got to talk about it in the room, right?
No, I'm sure it's part of the.
Never goes like, man, Matt is. Hey, Milan, I got a hunch.
Yeah.
I think, they must be messing with him.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. I got a hunch about this team tonight. Yeah, me too.
Oh, dude. I'd imagine that's part of the other reason they're like, you can't be here anymore. You got to go.
I think we should get rid of Neil. Why? Just a hunch.
So here's Dump and Chase on you. Ready?
Okay.
Islanders won their 10th in a row yesterday. The Edmonton Oilers are leading the West. And who's in second place? It's the Vancouver Canucks. What the hell is going on in the NHL this year?
Not surprised with Vancouver. You know that.
Fair enough. You said it on this podcast.
My El Darko horse,
Right.
Okay. Not surprised with the Oilers. Bit surprised with the Islanders. I'm still shorting them.
You're still shorting?
Not going to last.
Really?
No, not going to last.
Oh, I disagree.
Too many underperforming teams.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? It's getting there. Here, I got another Dump and Chase on you. Ready? Okay, American Thanksgiving is only a couple weeks away. We've discussed it before. It's been well publicized that certain teams, if you're not in the playoff run during that time, then you're not going to make it. Side note, St. Louis Blues really didn't follow that protocol last year and ended up winning. But right now, in the East, it's the Montreal Canadiens, the Philly, and Tampa Bay are all technically out of the playoffs. Which one of those three teams makes it to the playoffs from the East?
Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Just nice and simple.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Number 1, followed by the Flyers, number 2.
Right.
And then Montreal, number 3. Even though Montreal, overall, actually, I'm impressed with the way that they're playing. However, the Flyers are a second half team. I'm telling you, this team always plays the second half amazing. They're going to make the surge.
Are you surprised Tampa Bay is out of the playoffs right now?
No, I'm not surprised.
Really?
No.
I was surprised to see them.
We're just thinking that way because they had a crazy season last year. So we're expecting that they'll come at least near
close.
close.
To be not even in the playoff run right now?
Yeah, but they're just out of it. It's still early.
Well, fair enough. Okay, in the West, it's Calgary, Winnipeg, and Dallas that are looking out. They're looking in like little creepers. Which one makes the playoffs?
I'm going to go with the Flames, then Dallas, and Winnipeg not making the playoffs.
Okay, well that makes sense.
And I'm only saying that because Jeff just stepped out right
That's
now.
true.
I can't have that.
You can't say he's from Winnipeg, guys, and he gets very upset when we
big Winnipeg
say
guy.
anything about the whole thing.
I mean, big Winnipeg people. I can say that we don't have Manitoba downloads.
It's low. It's low on that side of the world. Yeah,
we can make fun of
heavy
the Northwest
conservatives, but we're low on the downloads.
Manitoba, Northwest Territories, and the Maritimes safe on the
and
podcast.
the Emirates. I might also add we have a few Emirates. All right, Dump and Chase. I got another one for you. So ESPN did a poll, anonymous to the players. They just asked them, fill this in, and here are some of the questions that were asked. Some of them are weird. I don't know why they would ask these questions, but here's the first one that I got to ask you. So ESPN asked the players, would you play for Seattle in year one? So Seattle next year is going to have their expansion team. 60% said yes, 40% said no. Are you surprised it's 60-40 split?
No, not at all. Look at what happened with Vegas. I think a lot of people were blessed to get out of the situations they were, came together, seen success. So now they see the Vegas mold. It works.
I think it also plays a role that Seattle's the city. If it was a city like, some city in Ohio or something like that, I'm pretty sure this number would change quite dramatically.
Or the Browns.
Well, fair enough. Exactly. Yeah. And we'll get to them in a second because I have a little thing to pick with those guys. Here's another one that was asked, okay? The NHL doesn't punish for recreational drugs. Is that a good or bad thing? 24% said good, 14% said bad, 62% said indifferent. Are you surprised about how they're so cool about how open the drug
so
trade is?
62 plus 24 is 86. So that means that 86% of the league loves recreational drugs.
Yeah, basically.
62 indifferent.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you said.
That's what I said.
24 against.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, my friend.
This is all.
I say keep them.
Now,
you know me. I want steroids in sports too.
Oh, well, we've
Yeah,
talked about this for
juiced
years.
right
The
up.
steroid
Right
Olympics
up.
would be fantastic.
I want to see 200 mile per hour slap shots.
That'd be fantastic.
With a save though. With a glove save. That's the. That's
You want to see
key.
the save? Well, here's the last question, and I kid you not, this is what ESPN asked. Given the league's approach to recreational drug use, does the NHL have a cocaine problem? I swear to God, this is a question they asked. 58% said no. 32% said I don't know. 10% said yeah, there is a cocaine problem. Like, okay, this is a little weird to me. So 10% of the players in the NHL are admitting there's cocaine use in the NHL. Doesn't that like totally alarm every bell? Like, isn't everything going off right now?
Well, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It sure is.
that we do know. And the NHL's always been the classier league. It's better than the crystal meth.
Dude, it is a little weird that that's A, question, and B, that 10% felt that confident to answer the question.
Yeah. And actually, I'm surprised enough 14% to make up, the difference of the 86 that we know that are using. I want to know who are the 10% nerds.
Yeah.
Like everyone's doing it.
Crazy, man. Well, there it is. Do you have any more dump and chase? You got anything?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
No, dump and chase, I'm good. Those are the ones I got.
Dump and chase is done for the week. Listen, let's jump over to a little NFL. Let's talk a little NFL action. Week 10 finished up, gentlemen. And talking to the guys earlier, we have some big NFL fans. So if you guys feel like yelling and screaming at Dimitri because of his ideas, please jump in at any time you want. I was a big fan. I told you earlier, I wouldn't pay for the $80 to watch that pay-per-view. I wouldn't do it. Why? Because I knew Sunday night, the best game was about to happen. Right, guys? Baltimore, New England. This was what I was waiting for. Old school football, with a little Lamar Jackson versus Bill Belichick and his old school type of football, game planning, everything. And I have to admit, I had New England in this game. I said, you know what? Bill is going to figure this out. He's going to put everything in order. He's going to make Baltimore eat his shorts all day long. No problems. It's done. What I forgot is this. As smart as Bill is, he's not playing. He's not on that field making tackles. And it really comes down to talent versus no talent, I guess. I'm not saying that New England doesn't have any talent on the defensive side, but Lamar Jackson pulled up. Now, guys, let me give you a quick synopsis. I have been against Lamar Jackson from day one. I don't think he's a good quarterback. I still stick to my guns. But he did prove to me that he's a hell of an athlete, and he is amazing and amazing. How impressed were you with his performance on Sunday?
I love the guy. I've always loved the guy.
He
I
really
endorse
does.
this guy. He's amazing. And this is what I'm going to say to you. Here's a guy I've never seen, I shouldn't say never, but it has been a long time since I've seen a quarterback, let alone, I want to still consider him a rookie, let's be honest, right?
Get
Because of, last
I
year
get you,
and whatnot. But I've never seen in a while a quarterback call his own number when he's pissed off that things aren't going his way. This guy's literally changing the game for his team and saying, you know what, no, we're behind or we need to get things going. I'm taking it. I've had enough of you guys. Last week, his tight end dropped 3 passes in a row. So what does he do? He calls his own number to the eventual touchdown, which he scored. He does it against New England. This guy's amazing. Lamar Jackson, watch out. And he doesn't even have any receivers.
No, truthfully, he doesn't.
Okay?
You're right.
He doesn't even have any receivers yet. So, look, the game was amazing. But I will say this. You look at the score and you say that Baltimore blew them out. As happy as I am, because I'm on the Baltimore train, and so you guys know that's my AFC Championship Final Four pick. This was my AFC Championship game. Sorry, the Chiefs and the Ravens were my AFC Championship game. I will say this, though. Let's call it what it is. If you watch the game At the end of the first half, New England was making a push, okay? And had it not been for the turnovers that happened in the last few minutes of that half, I mean, we're talking New England, they were down 17-0. They make it a one-possession game. We could be sitting here and saying exactly what you said, talking about how Belichick and Brady again came in and showed a young quarterback, hey, what's up?
But you know what? Let me stop you right there for 1 second. They got hot at the end of that second quarter.
Yes.
They came back, 4th and 1. It was like 1 or 2 seconds left before the half. They could have went for the touchdown. They did the conservative thing. They kicked the ball. They get the ball back in the second half. And it's literally Tom Brady and Julius Edelman doing everything. It's 2 on 11, basically. If it wasn't for that fumble that Edelman had, I completely believe that fumble was also caused by fatigue because he was doing everything. That game is completely different. Now, with that being said, at that moment, it unraveled. It went crazy. And
that's
hey,
right.
Let's call it what it is. Baltimore they took them to the woodshed and just destroyed them. It was over after that. However, a little piece of me wonders this, though. And this is what Belichick has done to all of us. He's making us wonder because he's the mastermind, right, guys? He makes me wonder. Once they saw they were about to lose, did he just let it happen? And he's now going, okay, let them have their confidence. Let them do their thing. Let them believe that they truly can beat us. Because at that moment, they were like, without that fumble changed the game, okay? Now he's watching everything. And this is a guy that's detailed. I'm a big believer that come the playoffs and they see each other again, I think he knows exactly what to do to Lamar. I'm so confident that loss made him happier in a weird way.
You know what? Part of me wants to agree with you because then that would just make him the Gary Kasparov of coaches.
It's so
like
true.
you can't
So
plan that far ahead. The human mind, it's incapable.
Oh, he can.
I don't know. Can Google
he
even
can.
do that? I don't even know.
Oh, he can.
Right? Look, I even said Google. My phone's, asking me what it needs right now. But that's neither here nor there. No, I'll disagree with you only because historically, if you look at the playoff games between specifically New England and Kansas City and Baltimore, they're always high-scoring games. And it's always come down where New England has just squeaked out the win, especially in the last 5 years. So I think this time's different.
Really?
I really,
Okay, so-
I really do. Because now you got a quarterback. Let's face it, the Baltimore Ravens had Joe Flacco, okay, it's out. It's
don't
done.
do it.
Move
Don't
on.
do it. Don't
Move
please.
on.
Ah!
This guy's different.
You know what?
This guy is different.
I'll give it to you somewhat. I'm not convinced yet.
You just-
I just
you
can't
don't.
do it. No,
You don't
because
wanna do it.
last year everyone said Mahomes was different. Everyone this year saying
is
Lamar's
different.
Yeah, but he still didn't beat him last year. Listen, you know, I'm going to tell you this. If I saw one thing, and maybe the guys want to jump in and agree with me or not, the one thing that I did notice is it's Edelman and it's Tom Brady, and there's nothing else. That Gronkowski
That I
factor
agree.
is now starting to show, which means, I hate to say it, guys, and I hate this guy, but I think it's time they call Antonio Brown back and say, hey, listen, we're sorry. Do you want to come? No, don't come back.
No.
But guys, they need somebody. They need
Don't
another
do he says
offensive
stupid
threat.
stuff.
Not him.
It's a unanimous no from the gallery.
I say, hey, you have nothing to lose. No one wants you. Let them
You
call
just got
back.
booed off
I
stage.
know. I can't believe it. I love it. I love this.
You were in
I
the
love it.
running. You were in the running to be a guest on the show. Now you're out.
Hey, I'm
You're
okay.
out.
Listen, this is what I love. I love the controversy. But would you guys at least agree, since I have your attention now?
This is the guy who picked George Lazenby as the best Bond. We get that because
But
we're moving
if
guys.
Antonio Brown is not the solution,
There's no idea.
what are they going to do? Do you think they have enough talent right now offensively they could pull it off?
I do think they have enough talent that they can.
I hope not.
Because as you made the point before, they have Belichick.
Right. There's it.
I'm sorry if they face Baltimore in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If they face Baltimore in the playoffs, it's over. Baltimore gets destroyed next time. Belichick's seen it once.
See?
He's got forever to game plan this. He knows who's going to win, and he even knows if he's going to face them again in the playoffs. Belichick's a genius.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
But I still say go get an AB. Just do it. Just cause controversy. Don't even go get them and don't use them. There you go. Go get them and don't even use them. Just leave them on the sideline.
Just
There
leave
it
them
is.
right
Just
on the
leave them right there.
sideline.
All right, from there, I want to
Okay.
go to the other team. You said
Fair.
his name, Flacco. He's a Denver guy.
What are you doing to
What? No, but I'm talking about this. The Cleveland Browns. I hate talking about them. I am done actually kind of talking about them. Last week, the NFL had to go into the dressing room to tell Odell Beckham Jr. and tell Landry, hey, put on the right cleats. These guys like to flash and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
They were supposed to like easily clean these guys, destroy these guys, and they end up getting disciplined by the NFL. They lose a game that they should have quote unquote won. What is going on with Cleveland to the point where are you giving them any sort of respect going forward, or is it completely over now?
They're literally trying to go for the shitty version of what Jerry Jones tries to do. But they forget that they got to play football at the same time.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, Jerry Jones with the Dallas Cowboys, at least they bring in talent when they try to promote and sell their business. These guys are just strictly trying to just diva everything out. It's the craziest thing I ever seen. So my thing is this. Clearly, it's not a player problem. And hear me out on this.
Sure.
Odell Beckham Jr., before the last year and a half in New York, was an amazing player. You never heard a peep out of him. He never did anything stupid. He played well. He did his thing. Okay?
Right.
Which means that under the right regime, a lot of these players are like that. There's no control over there. Okay?
No, there's nothing.
There is zero control in the management and coaching level. That's what needs to get changed. That's what needs to happen. You could have this same team because they got the talent there. And actually, I don't think Baker Mayfield's a great quarterback.
No.
Okay? I don't even think he's a really good quarterback, but I think he's decent enough to at least get them through a couple years. I really do. Because,
Agreed.
I mean, let's look what he
Agreed.
did in college, okay? It's not like he was that bad in college. But they've made him into a diva now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, they basically said, okay, you're the guy, take the reins. That's a lot of pressure to me in Cleveland right now. But it's from the management, it's from the coaching staff. They need to wipe that entire thing out. I mean, every week it's something. Don't wear your watch. Don't, you know.
You got Baker walking away from the media.
Yeah,
You got
media
this, you
scrums.
got
It's
that.
stupid.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. It's so bad, man. In all honesty, they got to fire everybody. Like,
Yeah.
no, in the NFL, it's very uncharacteristic to fire mid-season stuff. Like, I'm not just saying fire. Get rid of Odell. Odell, to me, is the biggest problem.
Look,
he's the guy that I don't think he's doing it on purpose because I think it's just his personality. But Baker feels like he's got to like live up to this guy. And you know what? Odell, like, this is a veteran. He's been in the league. Here's a guy that proposed to a net a couple of years ago. Here's
Yes.
a guy that's crying. Here's a guy that's injured all the time. This guy, to me, I don't know why everyone thinks he's such a big deal just because he makes a couple of great catches. Whoop-de-doo. That's your job,
He's
man.
basically turned into the Antonio Brown that's actually active.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'll
Right.
take Antonio Brown, believe it or not, over him any day of the week. I know it sounds crazy, but I would.
On a talent perspective, no question. I will agree
from
with
every
you on
point
that.
of view. Like, I just hate this guy.
Look,
He's doing-
there's four people that I think that the Cleveland Browns could use organizationally that would turn this team around. Number one, Phil Jackson.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, get
the basketball field.
the fill
We're
in
running
there.
the triangle offense in football. I agree. Good. Yes.
Okay, along with Scotty Bowman.
Yeah. Hey, bring him in. You know,
1,
little
2.
dump and chase. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it. I
These
like
are-
this.
now-
I like what you're doing. He might be.
We'll
look into that.
We'll look into it.
We're not stat guys.
Maybe just a photo. Look, next guy, Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. Oh, absolutely. Dr. Phil should be there.
Off-field.
Well said.
Off-field stuff.
Yes.
And number 4.
Yeah.
The guy that'll turn any organization around.
Right.
The Looch.
The Looch. The Looch should be there.
You tell me
he's got 2 games
You
off.
tell
He's
me
got
that guy's not on nose tackle?
No, easily.
You know,
Boom.
you're out.
I like what you're doing.
Get rid of the Beckham.
I like what you're doing.
Get rid of the producer, because you know Beckham's just going to go rip it up on another team.
Absolutely.
And put in the Looch.
No, I like what you're doing.
That's
I like
all.
what you're saying. I like
I
it a
just
lot.
think of these things.
I
My
agree.
heart goes out.
You know what? I got no sympathy for this Cleveland organization anymore. I did, but I mean, the minute they brought him in and had all this talent, I was like, we said it before. We've said it from day one. With one ball, too many egos. It's not going to work there.
It's not
going to work.
He's still line cook me.
I got one for you here. It's
Okay.
a big one. The big controversy is happening. You got McCaffrey tearing it up. You got Watson. You got Rodgers and Russell. Who's your mid-season MVP?
I'm still sticking with Russell. I'm still there. Just because, not to say that the other guys aren't doing fantastic. It's just he is the king of the castle, and you know you got to beat the champion. You can't tie the champion.
Right.
You got to show me why you're beating the champion. Still number 1 for me.
Absolutely. You know what? If you look at his stats too, he's just tearing it apart.
Yeah.
And with a team that doesn't have a lot of talent around him, he is doing everything, and he is such a great ambassador.
Well, I mean,
he's
coach.
good.
I hate to say, but coaching is a big part of that team. There's no question about it.
Absolutely.
But he's dialed in this year.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah,
in
he's
for sure.
absolutely dialed in.
From there, we go to the real locker room talk. We have our own fantasy league this year. And so here's a little of the rules, guys, if you don't know. The bottom 2 teams in our fantasy are gone. We kick them off.
Relegation.
Relegation. It's like old soccer time. You're gone. So the new players would come in. So we'll start from the bottom. We'll move to the top. Jerry and the boys, who happens to be my brother, he is in last place. I don't know. I think it's the new news. The news is getting to
It's
him.
the
He's
news.
He's stressed out.
He's
got
over
a
there
lot going
now.
on.
He's
got a lot
thinking about
going
other
on.
stuff.
Saquon these nuts is also in 10th place. So him and my brother are on their way out.
It's a she. Taylor. It's
Oh,
a
I'm
she.
sorry.
That's Taylor's team.
Taylor.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm sorry, Taylor. That
Which
was
is
ignorant
that's
of
the
me.
best because that's why it's such a funny play on words.
Right.
Because you want to Saquon these nuts.
Right.
But it's not.
We have a major problem in 9th and one position away.
I will say this: Saquon these nuts just got out of knee surgery.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully she'll be back. And,
She's back. She's back.
And you know what? I have more power in.
She already
in
signed
what
up for
she can do.
kickball.
Right now, do you know who's in 9th? It's Marketing Matt and our team.
Of course it is.
How can we get relegated out of our own fantasy? That doesn't happen. We're about to get kicked out of our own league, man.
If he can't even show up once a week, how's he going to show up in the fantasy?
He's on his
pool?
own. He's on his own. We
I don't
gotta
even know.
do something about this. This is
Rogue
something.
fantasy.
Get Your Popcorn is in 8th, and the Evil Empire is in 7th place.
We
From
expect
there,
more, Paul.
exactly. We say it each week. Paul, we expect more. In 6th place, it's Absolute Units. It's Calvin Tommy. Timo Time. Oh, at 5th place. Dropped a few notches there, Timo.
Yeah, but didn't he just win this past week?
He did, but he's at 5 and 4. That's correct.
Yeah, so
Sasquatch Tasso's moved up to 4th place. All right, Tasso.
talk about resilience.
Yes.
That's the guy.
That's the guy. My favorite team, Chupalo, is at number 3, and they're at 6 and 3.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
He's number 3 now.
He's number
Our
3.
guy's number 3?
Yeah.
That's our team. Forget
That's
Marketing
right.
Matt.
So what does that mean?
We'll relegate him if we want.
Exactly.
We're with Chupalo now.
Chupalo's number
So
3.
that means 5-time.
5-time guest. Big Data is number 2, and he's going hard, man. He's 7 and 2.
He should change his name to Hungry
But
Like
that
the
means
Wolf.
the guy that's been holding strong for basically from day one.
Oh, hold on. You mean the ace in the jar?
Ace in the jar.
More like deuce on the John. Let me tell you something, Daniel. You thought you could come into the arena. Oh, look, I beat Dimitri. I'm so good at what I do. I told you. Champions call on their big brothers to bail them out because they can't do it themselves. And that is exactly what happened.
Exactly.
So you may be number 1 in this little fantasy world of yours, but in reality, Mitch just knocked you out.
I had no choice. He touched you. He looked at you funny.
Thank you
I had
very
no
much.
choice.
What was I supposed to do?
Ace
Mama
in the
said
jar.
knock you out.
Ace
So
in
that
the jar.
means, so Mitch.
It's like deuce in a cup.
So Matt,
That's what it is.
We're catching up to the roster.
That's right.
We're like Big Data 5-time.
That's right.
We're about to take over the top spot.
That's
it's
right.
crazy. So I gotta say, look, we beat Tasso, a
Right.
Lufa winner.
Right.
We beat Paul,
Yeah.
who apparently is the Belichick of Calgary football.
Correct.
We beat Daniel, who's the number 1 spot in our fantasy league.
Right.
Now it's your turn.
That's right.
You had to go in. Tell me you picked a formidable opponent.
I absolutely did. I went after the guy that for all my life, 40 plus years, I've been going after this guy. And finally, I get him one-on-one. It's old cousin Jim. One-on-one. So Jim, here's my first memory of Jim. I'm not lying to you. I'm at his mom's house. She's babysitting, taking care of me, whatever. And I see this skinny 16, 15-year-old guy coming through the door. And I mean, school's done. It's light. It's dark out. And he's in his wrestling gear, his spandex, and he's all proud of himself. And he runs in, he goes, "Ma, look, I came first place." But Jim, that thought of you in that spandex still to this day
What do they call it? Is that a
haunts me.
signet? Is that what they
35
call it?
years later, it still haunts me.
It
man.
still haunts you. Was it
still
red
haunts
or blue?
It was yellow. Even
Ew,
worse. That's why I think
I
it's
get why it
embedded in
haunts
my
you.
head.
Oh,
so
man.
it's time. One-on-one, cousin. We're going
So
NFL
you're going after
pools.
the fox catcher
I'm
himself.
going after.
And I gotta say, I've seen the text messages.
It's horrible.
I see. You guys,
we don't like each
you-
other.
You didn't live through the 80s though like I did. I saw all my best friends in spandex. And big fucking hair. Big hair.
It was something to see, man. It was something to see.
Look, I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
Number one, you had me on three-way on that text chat.
That's right.
And he's coming at you hard.
He's ruthless.
Like he's ruthless. He wants to beat you, but you want to beat him. You're
That's
coming
right.
back at him hard.
That's right.
And then I said, okay, you know what? This is probably a dud. No, if I were to put anything on paper, I've never seen a pick'em like this before.
Right.
Where two people are so far apart.
That's right.
That it's incredible.
That's right.
I've never.
Oh, like a divorce.
This is all I see here is emotion. Like one person is going to kick the crap out of the other person.
That's all this is. That's
So
all it is.
usually, Jeff, you've seen it long enough where usually there's only like 4 or 5 games that there's a discrepancy on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me tell you what's happened between Mitch and Cousin Jim. There's only 3 games that they agreed upon. This is unbelievable. So I'm just going to take it through. They both agreed that the Ravens are going to beat the Bengals.
Right.
They both agreed the Saints to topple the Falcons.
Right.
And they both agreed the Colts to beat the Dolphins.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's get into the goods.
Right.
Let's see what you guys disagreed on outside of life.
And this is legit. Exactly. Correct.
Cousin Jim.
Yeah.
He stepped to the plate. In a weird way, I kind of, I'm with you, but
I like to think you were with me.
I kind of want him to win because
I saved your life last week.
You did, but I could use like 2-3 weeks of this.
Fair enough.
This is amazing.
It might
and
happen.
Cousin Jim, I'm going to say something too. I'm sorry I didn't give you a shout out. Shout out to Cousin Jim.
Shout out to Cousin
Jim. We
Jim.
don't talk enough about him.
You Cyclops little guy, you. Okay, go on.
Okay, here we go. Chargers, Raiders. Cousin Jim took the Chargers, and you took the Raiders.
They're too hot, baby.
That's great. You know what? I feel like you're going to win that one. Okay.
I just
Bears,
jinxed
Lions. Cousin, you see what I'm doing?
Yeah, I saw what you
I'm
did
doing?
there, yeah.
Okay, Cousin Jim took the Bears. You decided to take the Lions. We just talked about it for a few minutes here. Browns, Bills. Cousin Jim on the Browns. You're taking the Bills.
Yep.
Giants, Jets. Cousin Jim's got the Giants. You have the Jets.
They're due for one.
All right, we got the Bucks and the Cards. Cousin Jim takes the Bucks. I like that. You know that's
you
where I
guys
go.
love the Bucks.
we
I don't
love
know
it.
why.
We love it. We love it.
Love the Cards,
and you
baby.
love anything Arizona, whether it's Coyotes
I know,
or
it's
Cardinals.
weird. I got this thing.
You got it. But you know what? They've been playing well. Last 2-3 weeks, they just been on that side.
Let's roll with them.
So close. So you're rolling with them. All right, we got the Packers versus the Carolinas.
Right.
Now you took Carolina.
Right.
But Cousin Jim took the Packers.
That's right. You
This
see
is
what he
where-
did? You see what he did?
Hold on.
He made my hand go up.
That's
what he did.
This is where I'm going crazy. He made you not take the Packers.
That's right.
To the point where not only did he take the Packers,
Right.
but he took the Packers as his 5-star money-making matchup of the week.
That's right.
I don't even know what's happening.
But may
here.
I say, I took Carolina as my 5-star,
What?
5-star pick of the week, Jim. You want to go one-on-one, buddy? Let's do this. Once and for all. Done. I can't handle this guy anymore.
He got in your head. You got in your head.
You got nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, Rams, Steelers. Cousin Jim's got the Rams.
Right.
You got the Steelers.
I'm really sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I thought you said you were a Rams fan.
Vikings, Cowboys. Cousin Jim, he's got the Vikings, the purple team. You took the Cowboys. And to end it off, Seahawks, 49ers. Cousin Jim took the Seahawks. MVP pick versus the undisputed, undefeated, 8-0 San Francisco 49ers.
I like it.
This is out of control.
This is a bloodbath. This is gonna be nasty.
He got
nasty.
he got to you.
He got to me. He did.
But maybe you got to
he's
him.
the only one. He's the only one that could get into my head
But
like
maybe
that.
you got
He's
to
the only
him.
one.
Maybe
That's true.
you made him take the Packers.
That's right.
And he's like, I'm gonna 5-star.
No one
Spike.
else gets under my skin like that guy. Call me tomorrow for coffee. Anyways, let's jump over. There's
Sure.
your NFL. Listen, we said last week we got baseball out of the way. The surprise coming up.
You don't want to talk about it, do you?
Do you want me to go into it?
You don't
Oh,
wanna-
we can't.
You don't wanna talk about it?
Next week it's on.
Yeah?
Dimitri's trying to start a fight with me right now.
you don't
because
wanna-
the NCAA. Go
don't
ahead,
wanna-
tell him.
you
Tell
don't
him real
wanna bring
quick.
it
Tell
up?
him. But we don't have the
You
time
want to talk
do it.
about it next week?
Next week it's
Opening
on.
segment?
One-on-one.
Because you're dodging
We'll
it.
do it. I'm not dodging
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
want to talk
This
about
news
it.
came out 2 weeks
Why
ago.
don't you tell the guys what it's
came
about?
out- no.
No.
It came out 2 weeks
You know
ago.
what? You know
dodged it.
better than me.
It was the 100th
I would love to
episode.
talk about it.
I didn't want to bring
I have
it up.
things to do.
I didn't want to bring
I'm
it
the
up
one
on
that's
100.
working all the time.
I want to
You
bring it up now.
constantly do this.
No.
No.
They're getting paid.
You believe this? They want to pay these kids. They want to pay these kids.
Step in the right direction for their likeliness.
No.
Let me tell you something. Reggie Bush sold more jerseys back when he was playing than anyone in the NFL.
Sure.
And you know what he got out of it?
Right.
Kardashian. That's it.
That's not my problem.
That's it.
That's his
Okay?
own problem.
No,
that's
it's
him
not.
picking.
Now
That's his problem.
102. We're talking about it.
He's
We're gonna
only a
spend some
name because of the
time on it.
Kardashians. He owes them money, just so you know. All right? Just remember that. Yeah, you remember that.
Don't you
know what?
don't you.
Next week it's on one-on-one.
But you
take your
I know what
NCAA and
you're
your
doing.
likeness
You
versus
wanted-
these kids get it too good.
I get it. I
Too
talk too
good.
much, but you wanted to add in the other segments. All this differentiation with you and Cousin Jim is probably a little play. It was a little play to make sure I don't get to this topic where you've been wrong the entire time.
Really?
Yeah, really.
All right, listen.
Move on.
Let's go.
You know
we'll
what?
do the CFL. We do CFL here, cool, guys.
Yeah, we do.
But
We
we
don't
give it
forget about it.
exactly 1 minute. It's the CFL Macklin Minute. Ready?
Hold
Let
on,
me know.
Hold on. Let me.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna get the stopwatch going.
Right.
Hold on a sec. Okay. Let me just get into it.
Right.
I got to get into my clock
This segment's
app.
supposed to be a minute. It usually lasts about 5.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Setting the alarm.
There it is.
And go.
All right. Well, the CFL regular season has finally ended. The Eastern Division has been set. It's the Montreal Alouettes versus the Edmonton Eskimos. Wait a minute. Edmonton's from the West. How could they be playing in the East? It all makes sense up here in Canada, everyone. It doesn't matter. The winner will take on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Winner of that will go to the Grey Cup. From the West, we have the Calgary Stampeders. They couldn't clinch the number 1 position. They're taking on my new favorite team, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, led by Zach Caleros, the Greek man himself. And the winner of that will take on the Saskatchewan Rough Riders, my old favorite team, because that's the way it's all set up. There you go. That's the CFL Macklin Minute.
Well done. 47.98 seconds.
All right. I
Nailed
like
it.
it.
And a lot of great info.
Thank you.
A lot of
A
crossover.
little setup. Next
Little
week,
over
it's going to
here.
be over here, back over
I
there.
fear you might go over a minute for the first time.
For almost.
It's too much. It's
Hey,
playoffs.
Ask Cat. It can
You know-
happen.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. From there, we go to the new thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, you say baseball's over. What's going to happen? What are we going to talk about? So we say it all the time. We're a podcast of the people. Okay?
Right.
I heard the cries. I heard the calls. Don't think I forget about you, roster. Look, Ryan, Mitch, all you wrestling fans, AEW, WWE, you keep saying we got to fit it in somehow. So that's right. Major League Minute, you're out. Because I'm introducing for the first time the Wrestling Roundup. And
Go.
look, ladies and gentlemen, let's just talk about it right now. WWE, the juggernaut, the NFL of the industry, if you will, they're trying something new. They're doing their own battle in the dunes. It was called the Crown Jewel. Why is this so important? Because they needed to bring the big guns out. They had Cain Velasquez versus Brock Lesnar. You know, both UFC guys. Then they had Tyson Fury taking on Braun Strowman. Wow, all these celebrities. But do you want to know what it means? Absolutely nothing, because I'll finally admit after 3 weeks that what we want to see is Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega. Look, Ryan, maybe you've been right. You've been telling me and preaching it all over social media. Guys, I'm telling you, WWE, step it up. And that's your Wrestling Roundup.
49.5.
I was nervous. You know,
Well
it's my
done.
first
You know
one.
what? It's
you know what I mean?
First time, yeah.
It either goes
I
5
respect.
seconds or not at all.
The fact that you got it that level, that's pretty good. Well done. Well done. And in front of an audience, too.
That's well, you know, it's where I
pretty good.
perform best.
Yeah.
Dimitri Sins is what they call
it.
me.
All right. It's time for, let's call it what it is. It's everyone's favorite segment.
They love
It's
it.
Rapid Banter. Or not. Okay. It is. So, here we go. Dimitri, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Nice, easy one. Jeff, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. All right. NCAA came out yesterday with the new football playoff team format. Clemson at number 5, Penn State number 4, Alabama number 3, LSU number 2, Ohio State number 1. Did the computers get it right?
They're getting paid.
Rapid Banter. Oh, crap. Quick soccer note. MLS, this weekend, it's Toronto FC versus Seattle in the MLS Cup. Who will take the MLS Cup?
I like the Sounders of that matchup, but at FC, Rapid
Banter.
Iron Horse. Cal Ripken Jr. played 2,632 games over 16 seasons. Zdeno Chara got his 1,500th game over 18. What's a bigger accomplishment?
Cal Ripken.
Rapid Banter.
Legacy. Kyle Allen, Brandon Allen, Josh Allen, all won on Sunday. Are they a better namesake than Archie, Eli, and Peyton Manning?
Allen.
Rapid Banter.
Baller. On Sunday, Ravens Hall of Famer Ed Reed was in a pregame interview and casually lit his cigar with no problems whatsoever. Baller move, or excuse me, are you 10 meters from the door?
Romeo Esquilieta.
Rapid Banter.
Disney is working on a new feature film that you guys will talk about one day. It's depicting Yanni. Who will play Yanni in the movie?
Yanni.
Easy. Samuel L. Jackson.
Rapid Banter.
You know what? That's a good one. That's
That's,
that's exactly who it
Give
should
me
be.
the damn ball.
That's a good one. That's your best one, 2019. That's your good one.
Thank you.
Politics. UFC 244 is on the weekend. President Trump made an appearance. He got booed. He should have left early, or all good. Even bad publicity is good publicity.
Lock him up.
Rapid Banter. Please.
Poor guy. He's like the Rodney Dangerfield, the president.
really
I get
is.
no respect.
No respect. No respect.
Nothing.
Kiss cam. So I'm watching Instagram, and there was another blunder. Kiss cam went on a guy. Guy went to go kiss the girl. Girl moved away. Is it time to get rid of the kiss cam?
Yes.
Rapid banter. It's breaking hearts. Too many, a lot of guys just don't see it until it's too late.
You know, why can't someone just
You
do
need
it?
a personal kiss cam.
Well,
Just so you can tell ahead of time.
There you go.
I call that Wednesday
cam
nights.
test.
And Canada calls that brazzers.
Maga. So last Thursday, San Francisco played Arizona. Jimmy G made a huge pass on, what's her name? Aaron Andrews. Should Jared Stoll be worried?
Oh, yeah.
Rapid banter. You know what? That is a very good point.
Yeah,
he's a very good-looking guy.
He's a
great looking guy.
undefeated team.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's got it all going.
The pants have gold trim.
It's everything. You're right.
You know what I
Lives
mean?
in San Fran. Yeah.
Good luck.
Some James Brown shit.
I guess you could say he might stole her away.
Oh God.
Rapid Banter.
Spilly times. Some lady is suing a restaurant for $30,000 as red wine was dropped on her Hermes bag. Does she have a point to sue?
Oh, yeah. It's a Hermes.
Rapid Banter.
I was waiting for something more there. You actually look like you were disgusted. Like
Yeah, I
you
mean,
look
that's a
really
nice
upset.
bag.
Yeah, well, okay,
I'm wearing
fair
their
enough.
cologne as we speak.
Anger management. Browns released linebacker Jermaine Whitefield after he threatened to kill a fan on Twitter. Coach, it was just a joke, or you got to defend your Twitter handle at all costs.
More like white failed.
Rapid Banter.
Let's see here. Got a couple more. Right on time, Jeff. Don't worry, we're fine.
It's never on time.
This is what he tells me every
Never
time before we go 10
We tell
minutes
Jeff
over.
we're on time, and Jeff knows we're 8 minutes off time.
Rivals. Evander Kane and Ryan Reeves are at each other again. Evander Kane recently tweeted this. He wrote this to Reeves. Have to start calling you Mr. Rogers for all the make-believe you spit out. Amazing or worth a beating?
Amazing.
Rapid Banter.
Sensitive. New Jersey Devil fans are booing Taylor Hall, and he seems to be upset. Are they saying boo or boo earns?
I was saying boo earns. What was that guy's name? Hans Molman? That's what
I think so.
Hans.
Here's one. Fast food. Looks like McDonald's CEO Steve Easterbrook is leaving effective immediately because he had a relationship with an employee. Dimitri?
Happy Meal.
See, do you see that one?
If it only
was
came
an
with
alley-oop
that kind of
there, and he took it down.
might
Right
be
there.
inappropriate for
There it
children.
is. All right, last one. Ducks. Last year, a couple of years ago, the NFL world and all football world started seeing tents going up on the sidelines, correct? guys getting injured. They're throwing these tents up so you couldn't see exactly what injury was happening. Just this weekend, the Oregon Ducks have pulled off the miracle of all miracles. They pulled up the tent, but there's a porta potty in there. Dimitri, could you do a deuce knowing thousands are watching or knowing that you're behind that curtain?
100%.
Rapid Banter.
There it is, Rapid Banter for episode 101.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
I mean, that's just...
It's got to be weird, though. It's got to be weird. Like, if I actually think I would just keep my eye on the guy, waiting for him to come out. Like, how long has he been in there? What's he doing?
There's got to be a protocol. I mean, at least when you go to the porta potties, you know that there's the red or the green. It's occupied, not occupied.
True.
What's protocol on the
Dude,
sideline?
you see that? This tent just goes up. It goes
I'm
up.
wondering
It's
how
like
many
crazy.
years it's going to be before they have the tent cam, just for the face.
God, I wish we had video.
Jeff, we are
marketing
dead
Matt,
on time.
Maybe episode 201, marketing Matt might make that happen for us.
You know what? That's a great idea.
Happy Meal.
Happy
Meal.
The Happy Meal.
All right, we started it up. We're at the end. It's the segment that really put us on the map.
beloved.
The beloved. It's Maga Malaka. Now, Maga, Jim knows what it is because he's been to Greece. Maga is a cool guy in Greek, a guy that's good. A Malaka is, well, as you can figure it out, not a good guy, all right? So what we do is at the end, we decide on certain segments and or certain people, certain topics, and we go after it. This week, we started this podcast off saying badass, all right? Bad mofos. I don't
That's
like
right.
swearing too much on the podcast, all right? So
Yeah, sorry about that.
The Rock, no, of course.
Yeah,
Jeff, you
yeah,
own the
Jeff.
place. You do whatever you want.
Yeah, you know, we're
so
grown men
The
over
Rock,
here.
The Rock was kind of depicted as the baddest mofo, and Diaz, one of the fighters, turned around and said, "Man, this guy's no bad mofo." Mike Tyson, he's a bad mofo. So it made me realize,
Agreed.
hey, I got to put something together here. And last night, I told my wife what I was doing, and she was all over it. Kat was loving this. Putting this list together. So it's Maga Malaka, baddest mofos. You can agree Maga or disagree Malaka. There's no wrong answer.
I might have to go to the panel for
I think we
advice.
should. Panel ready? Beautiful.
All right, here I'm gonna.
Yeah, give him the mic.
All right.
Panel.
The first one you may not know, Maga Malaka, banger. As the baddest mofo around, we got to go Maga on it.
I'm going to go Maga. I
Maga.
just don't want that. heat
You
in
don't
that
want
church.
that?
I don't want it. I don't want
Banger,
it.
Maga.
Maga.
Next one.
You know, quick.
Quick.
And
very
nimble.
agile. Nimble.
And just this guy, he'll surprise you.
He really will.
It's unbelievable.
Well, let's go with Rocky, Maga, or Malaka.
Malaka, the guy lost. Come on,
Malaka?
man. The guy's a loser.
Well, it's true. But he's bad. He took a beating. It was Malaka.
What are you talking about? You take a look
like I
at the
said, there's no
score.
wrong answers.
First of all,
Yeah.
if you take a look at the scorecard at the bare minimum in Rocky 1, the guy's like 118 to 110. Let's call it what it is.
Sure, you got a
Then
point.
the double Naga, then he, no.
Fair enough.
No. And I mean, it's also, he got knocked out like 9 times against Ivan Drago in the first round. How is that able to continue?
Fair enough. You made your point, all right? You
I'm
don't have to
just
get so
upset about it.
You get
I'm upset
really
about
quickly.
it.
I don't understand. Well, let's go to a nice, easy one.
Fine.
I think it's everyone's favorite. Chuck Norris. Maga or Malaka?
Yeah. I'll let my compadres.
Yes,
over
I
here
like that one. That was a
defend
good
it.
one. I like that. Here's one of my favorites. I personally, super Maga right off the bat. It's Johnny Lawrence from Karate Kid. It's got to be Maga.
Oh, he's a Malaka.
Come on, Jim. It's got to
I
be.
got to side with my partner here, Mitch.
He's
he
gotta
got
be.
screwed out of the final.
It
That
was a
an
kick to the face. It was not fair.
Unsanctioned kick.
Yeah.
Unsanctioned.
And he's the baddest mofo at the time. Daniel didn't want a piece of him.
Screw you, LaRusso. You cheat.
Barry Bonds, Maga, or Malaka.
We don't need to go to the panel.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
Maga.
Maga. All right. Boys, this one's for you. Bill Romanowski, Maga or Malaka as mofo?
It's a Maga.
Maga. We're going to jump over to your guys' side of the world. Tony Montana, Maga or Malaka?
Oh, yeah, he's a Malaka.
Maga. No, it's
No,
okay.
no, it's okay. We're at the end. They tuned out 17
Here's one.
minutes
It's
ago.
one of the best shows that was around. Jesse Pinkman, Maga or Malaka?
Oh, he was a Malaka, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, one day I mean, Walter,
As one of the baddest mofos.
Walter
Remember that.
White. Oh, I hate
Maga or
you.
Malaka, boys? Fair enough. Well, let's go to the guy that made it all happen. Walter White. Maga or Malaka?
Say
for
my
Mo.
name. Say my name. You goddamn right it is. That's the best line in the whole show.
I rent him out if you guys want him for your podcast.
Heisenberg is a Maga.
100%.
That's awesome. All right. Well, you know what?
Okay.
Because I know Jeff was here. We got some music, guys. Ozzy Osbourne, Baddest Mofo, Maga, or Malaka.
I don't think Ozzy could win a fight against a paper bag. I love him, but
Malaka.
like I love Black Sabbath. I love Ozzy Osbourne, but his fighting skills, come on.
Fair enough. It doesn't always have to be fighting. It could just be a badass
Unless you're a
motherfucker.
bat,
If you're
then
badass,
he's got you if you're a bat.
he's got you bad. Exactly. All right. I got 4 more. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's go with Vladimir Putin, Maga, or Malaka.
I'll go to the panel for this one.
Hardcore Maga, man.
Hardcore Maga is
No one
right.
wants to touch that dude.
Nobody.
Yes. I knew you guys come through.
Then we got to go to the next guy, the next biggest guy, Donald Trump, Maga or Malaka. Is that a drone coming over top of this? Okay, you know what? Keep it on that one for 1 second. It's our own guy. It's Justin Trudeau, the boxer, Maga or Malaka.
Keep it going, Jeff. Lock him up.
That's beauty. And
Well
here's
done.
the last one. Maga or Malaka, baddest mofo around. And this guy I think might be. It's Charlie Sheen. Maga or Malaka.
Maga is right.
There it is.
Yeah.
Maga Malaka, episode 101. Done. In the books.
That is unbelievable. I got to tell you, man. Actually, it got the name out. Thank you for the contributions. That was an amazing list. You're right. That might have been the best Maga Malaka, definitely to date, 2019. Look, talk about baddest mofos. We got the baddest podcast on the planet. Thanks to guys like Jeff at alchemystudios.ca, adversity.com, agapegreekradio.com. Look, and of course, the boys that are coming and visiting us today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope we provided something, learned something here as well. But like I'm going to tell you and everyone here, follow us on the channels. You can get us on iTunes. It's reallockerroomtalk.com, Podbean, reallockerroomtalk.com as well, at Mitch and Dimitri, at Real Locker Room Talk on Twitter and YouTube. Guys, this is episode 101. We got to shove this bad boy in the locker because you can hear it. It's time to hit the showers.
Time to go. See you guys. Have a great week. All right, guys. Well, pick off your clothes. Let's go.
Don't be shy.
Look at Jim. Right away. First one in, always.
hey,
What's
I
up,
didn't
Jim?
know you had a looch.
Have you always had that mole?
I didn't know you got a looch.
Everywhere.